Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching us from. My name is Aditola, and I'm here with my business partner, my sister Omolaha Oti, all the way from Texas.
Yeah.
Yay! Welcome back, sister.
Welcome back. Happy first Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy first Sunday in the month of August. So, we are here. If it's your first time for being here, my name is Adetola Ines Asogba. I am mom of three beautiful children, and I am also a proud digital business mentor. I live in Iowa, USA, and I am originally from Benin, West Africa. So before we deep into our topic today, I will just let my sister, my partner, Omolaha, to introduce herself all the way from Texas.
Yes, so good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from at this time. She just introduced me, Aditola just introduced me. My name is Omolara. In case you're seeing us for the first time, seeing our business page for the first time, my name is Omolara OT. I'm the face behind Omolara OT Consulting. And this is us. We are here again live, right?
Yeah.
We have a topic that we want to discuss with you all, and we hope you enjoy it. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you have any question for us, any comments, just put it in the comment section, and we'll get back to your comments or your question. And so, if you are joining us for the first time, we want to know where you're watching us from, where you're tuning in from, and
Oh
then
my
we'll go
goodness.
from there. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Aditola. Good to see you again.
Okay. Thank you, sis, and welcome everyone. So today's topic is common excuses. You know, guys, sometimes we want to do something in our life. Like, for example, we want to start a new job, we want to start a family, we want to start going to gym or whatever. And sometimes to start something new, we just find excuses, do not go for it. We just find something that we will tell ourselves, or somebody else will tell us, and those all things we call that excuses, and those things will just hold us back. Those things will just hold you back to fulfill your dream, to reach your goal. So today we are talking about how to deal with those excuses, and we will just give you, there are a lot of excuses. There are too many points of excuses, but we will just talk about some few. And then, if you have more, you can share with us, because after our research, we find a lot, but we have only 30 minutes to stay with you guys, so we cannot talk about all of them. We just talk about few points, and then when you come across our video and you can share your thoughts with us as well. So let's start. My first point is fear of criticism. That thing is one of the point of excuses that I found when I was doing my research. Sometimes you start a new job, or you start a business, or you start to going to gym, and somebody will just come to you and tell you bad thing about what you are doing. Or you have the fear that before you start, you have the fear that somebody will come to you and tell you, no, don't do this, don't do this. What you are gonna do is not good. So people are just there to critique what you are doing, to tell you bad things about what you are gonna do, and that will just hold you back to take risk. That will just hold you back to fulfill your dream. So sometimes it's not good to listen to criticism. Just move for it and do whatever you want to do. Don't let fear of criticism to hold you back. That's my first point. I will let Omolaha to continue with whatever she has to share with you guys.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Like you said, we have a lot of common excuses, a lot of excuses that people give on a daily basis, and criticism that you just mentioned, I know a lot of people, it affects a lot of people. And
Yeah.
then people always say, for my own points that
Mm-hmm.
I came up with, people always, when you ask people to start something new, be it go to gym, you want to lose weight, you
Mm-hmm.
want to, start something different from what you have been doing before, they will tell you, oh, I don't have time, lack of time. I don't have time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
starting something new can be so, it's so exciting. People don't know it, but because they are used to one thing, starting a new thing, it is so exciting, it is so rewarding. Just
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like you want to lose a weight and you want to lose couple of pounds, maybe somebody that is weighing 300 pounds and
Yeah.
wants to lose like almost 100 pounds. How do you do it? When you
Mm-hmm.
say to yourself you don't have time to go to gym, how are you going to lose that weight? So
Right.
when you train on in that journey of you losing weight, you going to gym on a daily basis, doing your routine exercise, you feel lighter, you enjoy your body, you enjoy your health. So that will give you that excitement and rewarding. And it's also common, people will say they will use lack of time as a reason for not taking an action. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody is introducing a business to someone and they will tell you, oh, because of my job, I don't have time to
Yeah.
do a side hustle. But forgetting that they have time to go clock in at three different jobs, right?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
they have time to go clock in at three different jobs: job A, job B, job C. As
Right.
leaving job A, they go into another, the second job to go clock in, but they have that time to do multiple jobs. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have time to do something that will last them forever,
Mm-hmm.
because the job they are going to, forgetting that they are not the owner of that job. The owner of the job might tell you, hey, don't come tomorrow. Your services are no longer needed. But if
Mm-hmm.
it's yours, right? If
Yes.
it's yours, nobody's going to take it from you. No one is going to absolutely take it from you.
Mm-hmm.
So when they said, I don't have time, they use that as an excuse for them not to do something new. And life, I know that life is so busy. Everybody get busy. Life itself is so demanding. I mean, it doesn't even leave us with any room to pursue anything new. But
Right.
for us to, like, it is so essential for us to recognize that thing and then find time, to do things that you want to do at the earliest time. So when you say you don't have time, then that means you probably will not even fit into so many things. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you see people thriving, in doing something new, you are still there doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
And then don't forget that we all have 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We have 24 hours every single day. And then when you have 24 hours, right, you work in for 21 hours, just 3 hours for you to rest.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 20, if you have 24 hours and you use 21 hours, leaving you with 3 hours, what can you achieve within 3 hours of that your time, that little time that
Yeah.
you set for yourself? What time would you use, or would you have to enjoy yourself, to have time for your children, for your spouse, for your family within that limited time?
Mm-hmm.
So when I said we have 24 hours and you're using 21 hours per day, then 7 days, and you are working 7 whole days in a week. Tell me, how is that not going to affect your health? How is it not going to affect your children? How is it not going to affect your family? So everything works together.
Mm-hmm.
So time is so precious to everybody. So the way you spend your time within 24 hours that you have, that I have, is this, I mean, it's totally different from the way I'm going to spend mine. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to spend my time, you know, just wasting it on something that is not necessary, unnecessary stuff. So people, I mean, a lot of people falls into that category of, I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Me, most of the excuses and they are giving is not genuine, because you can do it. You can create that time for yourself. You can create that time for your children, so that when you create that time for your children will see you, your children will be happy, they will come to you, you guys will have family time together. But if that time is not there and you are working for people within in that 24 hours, you are using 21 hours to work for other people, then it's going to affect you. Definitely, it's going to affect you. So I'm going to stop on that, Ade.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you right, sis. When you say people are waiting for the right time to do things in their life, the right time won't ever come. If you are waiting for that, it will never come. So we have to take action. We have to take responsibility to move forward, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, and also that remind me one of the point that affect most of the people who wanna fulfill their dream and wanting to have success. Let's say procrastination.
Mm.
That one, everybody is guilty of it.
Mhm.
Procrastination is, for example, when you wanted to do something and you say no, later I will do it. You wanted to do, for example, you wanted to start a new business or you wanted to go to gym and you say no, next month I will start, next week I will start. But if you just keep saying, telling yourself I will start next time, I will start next week, you will never achieve your goal. Because
Mhm.
for example, if you have your goal is to drop 100 pounds and you say no, later I will start going to gym or next week I will start going to gym, you will never drop down that 100 pounds. Let's say you will just gain more because you will keep eating, you will have bad habit to eat,
Mhm.
and you don't even exercise, you are not doing anything good to change the way you are looking for things. And also another example is you are at work and you know that you have work to be done, you have a big project coming up that you have to finish with it, but you just sit there watching Netflix, which won't help you to move forward to finish with your project. So please, guys, procrastination, we have to change our way of how we sitting, how we do, and then we will have success on our door. Success is always on our door, but we are not sometimes ready to have it. And also the fear of success, that point also is one of the big points that hold people back. You know that you can succeed in something,
Mm.
and you just have the fear inside you. That one is inside you. It's psychology barrier that can hold you back to fulfill your dream. When I say psychology, that means it's inside you. When you are going to have success, you feel yourself like, no, if I become a big woman or big man, how can people think about me? People
Mhm.
will think I did this, people will think I do this. Forget about those people. Those people are not gonna pay your bill. Those people are not gonna take care of your children. Those people are not going to take care of you. So forget about those people and just leave yourself out there. Move forward, and you will see that you will overcome that fear of success and also procrastination. Back to you, sis.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that affects a lot of people. I must tell you the fact it really affects a lot of people. And then I also come up with comparing. Another point that I have says comparing yourself to others. You
Yeah,
know, people, a lot of people also falls into this category, right?
right.
Because a lot of people compare themselves to others,
Other.
right?
Yeah.
Forgetting where those people are coming from.
Uh-huh.
So comparing yourself to others, I know to some people they will say, well, it's natural. Of course, I want to be like so person. I have to compare myself to that person.
Uh-huh.
When we want to start something new, you don't know what you do, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody that has been in that system before, you want to compare yourself to that person. And by the
Uh-huh.
time you start that thing, you are not seeing success. You don't know where that person is coming from. You don't
Uh-huh.
know what that person has gone through, right? So
Yes.
instead of you comparing to that person, why don't you reach out? and say, hey, I know you are doing this thing, you're doing this thing and you are seeing success, right, in it. Then I'm also doing it, but I haven't seen any success. So the person will now tell you, okay, you are just starting. This is what you should do. This is what I did that I failed. This is what I later did, that
Uh-huh.
gets me to that success. That person will be able to like give you the pros and the cons of how they achieve that success. So
Yes.
instead of you comparing to people, just talk to them, reach
Uh-huh.
out to them, because I know it's essential to remember that every person's journey, we all our journey is totally different. Your
Right.
journey is different from my journey. Your journey is unique. My journey is unique. Everybody has a unique story. Everybody has a unique journey. And then comparing ourselves to others,
Mhm.
it's not fair on us. It is
Mhm.
not fair. It doesn't give accurate assessment, because how do you want to assess that person if you are comparing yourself to that person, right? You won't be
Right.
able to, I mean, you won't be able to give accurate assessment of that person that you are trying to compare yourself with. So we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, and then also life expectancy, like
Mm.
life experience is also part of it,
Yeah.
right? So your strength might be my own weakness.
Mhm.
My weakness, my strength might be your own weakness. So you don't have to look at that. So when you're trying to compare yourself to others, you're going to make a lot of mistakes,
Mhm.
because you don't know where they are coming from. So for you not to make that mistake, so just reach out, like I said, for you to overcome that excuse of you comparing yourself to somebody who have been successful in doing something. It could be anything. It
Mhm.
could be anything that person has success in, right? So all you need to do to overcome you comparing yourself to that person is to change your mindset. Shift your mindset away from you comparing to that person. So when
Mhm.
when you focus on yourself, don't focus on that person. Focus more on yourself. Work more on yourself. If you
Mhm.
have failed in one area, in one way or the other, try to see how you can use that failure
Mhm.
as a stepping stone to your success. So gather information from those who have been successful in doing that thing that you want to do. Gather your information, and use that as an advantage, to grow, or as an advantage for you to step up from your failure. So never ever, never, never, never ever compare yourself to others, because you never know what they have gone through. You don't
Right.
know their challenges they faced in life. You don't know the setback they face. So that's why in our business, when we talk to people, and when you just coming on board, and you see people, success, you see people success, people reaching different milestones, people making thousands upon thousands of money, and you are
Mhm.
so eager that, okay, yeah, I have to make that money overnight. No, you can't make the money overnight, because they work for it.
Right.
People are there 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right,
Absolutely.
without
Yeah.
any success. But
Mhm.
their fifth year, their success story came by. So
Mhm.
for somebody that has failure in 4 years, right? And the fifth year had a huge, tremendous success. Do
Mhm.
you now want to say, okay, because that person did not succeed within the first 4 years of them doing business, you want to quit? Or you
No.
want to say, okay, because you only seeing the you are not seeing what is behind the scene, right?
Mm.
You're only seeing the figures. You are
Mhm.
just seeing the amount, the success. You don't know
Yeah.
what they've gone through. So by the time you sit yourself down and talk to your senses, or talk to yourself, ask yourself question, okay, I'm only seeing the success of this person. What has this person gone through? What setback has this person gone through at an early stage of her business, or early stage of whatever that in is, right? So you now seeing that person's success, you're now saying, oh, because she has success in the fifth year of her business, yours has to be like, yes, you have to make that money
Right
overnight. No, it doesn't come that way. It
now.
never
Right.
comes over. Those rich people out there, they never succeeded in, I mean, within one day or overnight. They work so hard for it
Mm-hmm.
to get to that position they had today.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has different journey. Your journey, like I said, is different from mine. My journey is different from yours. Never ever compare yourself to others. And remember that life, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Failure is part of life adventure. So when
Right.
you fail today, that's not your end. You can
Mm-hmm.
definitely, you're still gonna rise up as long as you are not quitting.
Yeah.
So as long as you are not quitting, you definitely going to rise up.
Mm-hmm.
So the logic there is, do not quit. Do
Yeah.
not quit. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on where you're going. Focus on that tangible thing that is in your hand. And don't focus on other people's success, other people's progress, and you want to become that person. Don't
Yeah.
ever do that. All right?
Never. Never.
Up to you.
Right. You're right. Never ever compare yourself to somebody else because you don't know where that person come from.
Hmm.
Yeah. So another point that I will mention here is doubt. When you doubt of what you are going to do, you see the potential of the new things that you want to try. You see the potential of the job, the new job that the company want to offer to you. And you see also the potential of the new business that you want to start. But you still doubting. Why are you doubting? I don't know. That's human, right?
Mhm.
But don't let our doubt go over what the first steps that we need to do, we must do to change the way we are living. Don't ever let doubt hold you back. You have to take decision. You know what? To start a new business, most of people doubt because they come into the community and they see. I will take that example as well, like what Omola just said. You come in a new community and you see people succeeding. You see how much people are making, and you are asking yourself, is this right? How those people can make this in one day, in 1 month? Don't doubt. You have to be positive. I know what I'm telling.
I know.
Don't doubt. Because when you stay there doubting, that success will never ever come to you. When you're still doubting of how much other people are making, you will never go to that level. You will stay in your same spot, turning around, juggling, and you will never ever have that amount of money people are having. So drop your doubt. If anything you are doing this life, even sometimes we are going to have baby as a woman, we are going to have baby and we are doubting if we can go through c-section or have natural delivery. Don't doubt, just let yourself out there, and wherever is good for you, God will just provide to you. I'm child of God, so I will just say let God guide you through your journey, because you are not, he know why he sent you in this life, and he know how he sent you to this life, and he know that you are worthy for something. So don't just let that hold you back. Take also example of a talented writer who has ability to write a compelling novel, or has ability to write a good story, but doubt is just inside that writer with all the talent that he or she has, but he will never go out there, or he will never start writing that novel. He will never go out there and tell story. But the day that he just or she drop that doubt and just put himself or herself out there and say, I'm ready to do this. He went into theater and he said, I can tell this story. And he said the story, or she said the story, and everybody just clapped for him or her. And then he had big success. And then he wrote a good novel, and everybody is ready to buy it. Everybody wanted to read it. Think, can you imagine that?
Mm.
That will be a good accomplishment for him or her in his life. So that's why when we want to do something and doubt is there, we just have to think of what if we succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah,
always think of what if I fail. Because the day that you will succeed, you will just forget about what if you fail.
that's right.
So right away, think of what if I succeed, and you will always succeed. Trust God and you will have success. That's all for me.
That is so great. I like that. When I first started our business, I used to be a doubting Thomas. I must tell you the fact. I
Mhm,
was a doubting Thomas. I
mhm,
first said, is this thing gonna work out?
mhm.
Then later when I saw people's success, I'm like, if they can do it,
I can do
I
it.
have to change my perspective. I have to change everything about me.
Right.
Like if they can do this thing, they don't have two heads now. They don't have three heads now. The same one head they have is the same head that I have. So why won't I be able to do it?
Yes.
And the moment, part of our training and part of what we do in our mastermind,
Mhm.
it's every week the weekly training mastermind that we
Yes.
do
Mastermind.
is part of it. That the moment you take away doubt from whatever thing you're doing, then
Mhm.
that means you're gonna succeed or excel in that thing. So the
Yes.
moment I changed my mindset,
Mhm.
then that was the breaking point for me.
Right.
That was the breaking point for me. So I saw somebody came in briefly. Her name is Latifa. Thank you, sis.
Thank you so much
Um,
for watching.
she said, and let me read that message.
Okay.
So thank you for joining us. For those who have joined us and left, thank you. For those who are going to join us later or probably see the replay of this live broadcast, we want to say thank you. She said,
Mhm.
hello, ladies. Congratulations, Coach Omolara, on your new milestone. Thank you so much. In case you are still watching behind the scene, thank you so much. It is not my doing, it is not my power. That is what I just said.
Mhm.
When I see people within that milestone I just got into yesterday, each time I see them, I'm like, when am I going to get to this place? When am I going to get to this place?
Mhm.
Then one thing will tell me, don't worry. As long
Don't
as you
worry.
are not in a race with anybody, as
Right.
long as long as you are not, you are not chasing after anybody, nobody's chasing after you, will definitely get there. So when
Mhm.
I got there, when I saw the mass, I'm like, wow,
Oh,
finally,
wow.
Lord, thank you. So don't rush. It will come.
Mhm.
That time will not tarry, it will definitely come. So if
Mhm.
you're out there, you're a business partner, you're a business owner, you are a business entrepreneur, whatever you're doing in the online space, and you're thinking, when is my own turn going to be? When is it going to be for me? When is my success going to come?
You will come.
Just give it time. It will come. Don't
Yeah.
with By the time it's gonna come, you'll be amazed that
Mhm.
wow, finally. So I can get to this milestone, I can get to this, to this rank in my business or
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. So don't rush, all right? So
Mhm.
thank you, Sister Latifa. She said, yeah, you definitely permission granted. She wants to like celebrate me live. Go ahead, sis. I give you all permission to do that. Thank you so much. The world at large will also celebrate you. Thank you. I really appreciate you for that. And briefly, because we don't want to pass 30 minutes, right? And this is already 29 minutes. So
Right.
my point, I still have more points, but I'll use this as my final point, right? So it
Yeah.
said fear of change. This has to do with so many people.
Mhm.
Like before I started my business, I was so scared of that change. Like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to meet in the online space when I see people going in online space, and I know they are working so less. They are not working as the way as they are working multiple jobs that I was doing before. So it affected me in one way, which I know is going to affect a lot of people. So fear of change. What is fear of change? Fear of change is it is a natural thing because you're so comfortable in your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you are going there to meet in the market. You don't know what you are going there to meet, in the world. And somebody now tell you, oh, you need to change, you need to come and do this, and you'll be like, how am I going to succeed in doing this? So that person is so scared, to start something new. And then stepping, when somebody said fear of change, that means you are stepping into the unknown thing for
Yes.
for something you want to live something of certainty, right? So
Mm-hmm.
uncertainty, something you don't know, something you don't have experience about, something that is unknown to you, and somebody wants you to come and settle for that. So your mind tends to like cling to your comfort zone, something that you are familiar with. You want to stay close, stay glued to that. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want you don't want to change,
Right.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
instead of you, I'll say, rather than you clinging to that thing that you have known before, why don't you give yourself a chance to grow yourself, a chance to do something new, a
Mm-hmm.
chance to explore the world, to explore something new? Don't you think you might find your passion while doing that? Because
Right.
I remember when I first started, I don't have this, no experience. And of course, our business, you don't need to have an experience because our training gives
Yeah.
you that experience that you need. And so while in training, I'm like, okay, so I mean, I was doing my training, I completed my training within 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So when I completed the training, I'm like, all right. So all the things in the training that the training lead you to do, direct you to do, when I was doing it, I'm like, wow, I think I'm beginning to love my new passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm beginning to fall in love with my new passion. This is
Yeah.
something I never knew I have in me.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I never knew I can do. But
Right.
because I gave myself out, I sold myself out that, whatever will be, right? What is
Right.
going to happen is going to happen. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in my comfort zone,
Nope.
nothing new is going to happen.
Yes.
Growth will not come.
Right.
I'm just gonna like a Montgomery, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be rounding on the same spot of what I've been doing before, or what I know I used to do before, or what I know I'm good at doing before. So
Yes.
I will not be able to like explore those new things. I'll not be able to like challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it is better for us to like, you know, take away that fear and challenge yourself. I know
Mm-hmm.
I can do this thing. No, why should I fear? Why should I just sit in a position? Why should I just be in one position for 20 years? You maybe you are a CNA, maybe you are home caregiver, maybe you are, whatever, maybe a farmer, whatever it is. Why do
Mm-hmm.
you want to stay in that position for 20, 30 years without you exploring new things?
Yeah.
We say technology has taken over the world. You are still there whining on the same spot where
Mm-hmm.
you had 10 years ago, 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
making the same figure. Okay, let me ask you, whoever is listening or care to listen, when was the last time when you have been working for like 10 years in whatever position you have at your job, whatever occupation you have, whatever profession you have right now? When was the last time in your 10 years that your company decided and said, okay, we want to increase your pay, we want to increase your salary, and they now increase it by $100? If there is, please, I just want you to put it in the comment section. Maybe
That's a good question.
so the marks they can give you, the marks any company can give you cannot be up to five as an increase, pay increase. I'm not saying bonuses. Bonuses is different, but pay
Okay.
increase. How much is it that you are taking? And then because of that, you have been in that position for 10, 20, 30 years, and you don't want to explore new things. You're just gonna, I made a video yesterday. I said you're gonna sit down on a long thing for a very long time, and that's what is gonna
Right.
happen.
I saw that
You're
video.
going to sit down on a long thing, for a very long time without any changes, without any improvement, without any way forward, then it is time for you to, to change your mindset, and get rid of that fear of you changing to do something new. It is good to do something new. Don't get me wrong. It is good, most especially when you have something that God has put in you, that God has embedded in you. But if you don't give yourself that chance to explore new things, you can never find that thing. You
Never.
can never, you won't even see it because you'll be so blind
Yeah.
to do things you have been doing in the past that you have known to do very well, sitting down in your comfort zone, not wanting to get out, to explore new things, to do new things. Do you have any point before we round it up? It's already 35 minutes. We don't want to go beyond 30
No
minutes.
more point. We have to write this up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no. It's a lot
We
of points.
have a lot of points, so we cannot, as I said at the
I
beginning, we
know all
cannot.
the ones we just mentioned. It
Mm-hmm.
affects a lot of people on a daily basis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, if yourself you're watching, you catch up on the replay, you know most things. I mean, those common excuses that people give, just put it in the chat comment,
Yes.
the comment section. Chat with us so that people reading it,
Mm-hmm.
or listening to it can benefit from what you just
Right.
typed in there, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, do you want to go? Do you have anything to say before we conclude?
Yeah, no, maybe the only thing I will just add to it is, in case people come across this video, please share it, because even though it did not benefit you, it may benefit somebody else.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is it. Thank you. So, right, you've all heard Aditola. Help us to broadcast this video, right? Because if you don't see any benefit in this, somebody
Mm-hmm.
out there will benefit from it. So
Right.
please help us to share it. And then in conclusion, I'm just gonna say no more excuses.
No
You
more.
want to do something, go for it.
Right.
Go for it. Don't let anything hinder you. Don't let anything stop you from doing something new. Just
Mm-hmm.
try to explore new things. You
Right.
definitely going to you're going to get your passion from it. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to get fulfillment from it. So it is time for us to break from that limiting belief and fear that is
Mm-hmm.
holding us back from starting something new. So I
Right.
want you to embrace that journey that you are on right now. If you have started something new,
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to you. So I just want you to embrace that change and
Mm-hmm.
take a leap of faith to the
Mm-hmm.
unknown world.
Mm-hmm.
Because when one clo- one when sorry when one door did not close, another door will not open.
Yeah.
So you need to open your mind
Mm-hmm.
and to possibility of new things, doing
Mm-hmm.
new things, for you to
Mm-hmm.
succeed. So
Yeah.
stop procrastination. Don't let any fear hold you back. Just do the right thing. Focus
Mm-hmm.
on what you want to do. Focus on your new journey, and the sky is just the beginning. It's not the limit. It's just the beginning. So take that first step, that baby step that will lead you to success.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for everybody that joined us this evening. They're going to catch up on the replay. We want to say thank you for seeing us
Thank
tonight,
you.
for stopping by, to even listen to what we're saying. All right, thank you.
Yes.
We love you. We
Thank
love
you,
you. We
everyone.
appreciate you. And we love you
Yeah.
with the love of Christ. God
Yes.
love you the most. Till we come your
Also.
way again in another episode. I mean, in
Right.
another live chat, right?
Mm.
So
Yes.
thank you, Adetola, for this
Thank you,
topic.
sis.
I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a
So bye,
wonderful week.
everyone. All
Bye,
right,
everyone.
take care. Bye, sis.
Bye.